The Bible talks about always having all sufficiency in all things. That's biblical prosperity right there. And what they could not do naturally, God would do for them supernaturally. God demonstrated to them that he would provide for them even in desert places. However, once again, they were not relieved of their responsibilities to do for themselves, to endeavor for themselves. They still had to work. They still had to sow. They still had to plant. They still had to build. They still had to cook. They still had to clean. They still had to maintain for themselves. They still were required to tithe. They still were required to give offerings, even while they were in a desert place. And that illustrates the fact, saints of God, that whenever God is moving on your behalf, no matter how your situation appears, you still have a part to play. You still got to do your thing. God has his part, and you have your part. God provided shade in the day. God provided heat in the night through pillars of cloud and pillars of fire, but they still had to make the tents. They still had to make their beds. They still had to create their own homes to live in. Look at somebody next to you and tell them, say, God will do some of it, but God is not going to do all of it. And if you are to overcome the challenges that you have in life, and if you desire to be successful, you cannot expect God to do your part.